So let me just launch LT Spice. Okay. So this is the LT Spice window. Okay, you can see everybody. If you have installed LT Spice, okay, you can see this kind of window. And what we'll be doing is this software is for a simulation. Okay, so sometimes people confuse it with Eagle software or like a PCB making software, but no, this is a LT Spice simulation where you can simulate electronic circuits, not more than that. Okay. So this is the task. You can see the toolbar you can on the top of this page. Okay. So can you just tell me how many of you have already worked with LT Spice? Please raise your hand. If you have worked it with, please raise your hand. Raise your hand. There is an option. You can raise your hand in the, yeah. So can, if, okay, I don't think any hands raising up means you don't have, you have not worked up with this, okay, software. So can you raise up hands if you have not worked up with, you have not worked in the LT Spice software? Please raise your hand. So yeah, so you have not worked up. Okay, see. So there is, so you can type on the chat box. Feel free. If you think that the answer should be negative, you should say yes or no. That would be enough for me so that I can go faster. Okay. So yeah, from on this schematic platform, I'm going to build up my first circuit. I mean your circuit. So you can see here there is a component bar. Okay, component icon. Okay, it's look like an AND gate. Okay, so you can click it and here you can get your BJT transistor. Okay, so let's see, I want to like build up NPN transistor. So yeah, NPN, like I want to have NPN transistor, and after that I want to build circuit around it. Okay, so building circuit around is is super easy. Let's see, I want to build voltage divider circuit. So beforehand you must know the circuit diagram. Okay, you must know the circuit diagram. Okay? Then only, so just I have just connecting all the circuit. I will zoom back. So this is the circuit. Okay, connected, and after connecting them, I can wire them up. Okay, what else should I require? Can you tell me what else should I require for an BJT transistor to work as an amplifier? Any other component you want me to select? Yeah, students, please.
Voltage source.
Any other component you want me to select? So yeah, SC students are quite shy. Okay, you don't speak up much, or yeah.
Yes, student, don't
So yeah,
hesitate. Please ask and please communicate with sir.
okay. So I'm very talkative. The problem is with me. Maybe you talk rarely, but I am very talkative. You can just ask, confirm with the professor Pankaj sir. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I'm
Just
connected. A very simple. Yeah, this is this is how it is connected. It's a very simple, very abstract circuit, and this is the voltage source. Okay, the next thing is I should give the component value. So maybe sir can help me to give the value. This I will give 10K. 10K. Okay, this would be 1.5K. Okay. So there are various type of resistance we can select from component list, or you can just you can go here and you can have select register, and you will have different type of register with different power rating and different tolerance. Okay, you can have you have that facility. You can have a database. Okay, from here select register. Okay, this is a very simple circuit. So, so first of all, what we do is we give value to all these component. I'll make it little lower. This value I will make, let's see, 220 ohms, R4, and this as usual 12 volt, and there is no series resistance. So this is a very simple circuit. I should not forget to add a ground here, and this is my PNP transistor. So you can have your new transistor depending on the rating. Okay, like if you want this to be function as an amplifier, small signal amplifier, 800 milliampere is a very high current, and for a small signal amplifier, you can select like a 200 milliampere, which is approaching to a small signal transistor, or 100 milliampere. Okay, so depending on it, so I will select 200 milliampere. So this is still 0.2 ampere is still a larger current. So 0.2 ampere. Okay, so yeah, 200 milliampere. So I will select this as or maybe a lower 100 milliampere. I think less than 100 milliampere there is nothing less than. So there is a BC547. Okay, so this is the best way. BC547B is there. Okay, which is used in BC547A, B, and C. So I can select B, and you can look for other parameter also. As an electronic student, you should be keen to know what are the different parameter. You can find it out there. Okay, or what is the reverse saturation current, IS, what is NF, the ideality factor, BF, everything is there. Okay, everything is there. Okay, so yeah, I have selected BC547. This is favorite transistor for all of the engineering institutes. Okay, they use BC547. Okay, so I must also connect capacitors. Okay, so coupling capacitors at the input, coupling capacitor at the output, and the bypass capacitor. So can anybody tell me soon? Okay, what is the function of bypass capacitor or coupling capacitor? Can anybody tell? Okay. Anybody? Jeet, can you tell? Yash, Aditya, Rushal? No? Nobody? Don't want to say anything? Okay. I will wait for 1 minute. Okay, then I'll proceed. You can type it in a chat box if you cannot say. If somebody has typed in the chat box. Okay. What is that? I can see a chat box. Oh, it's an older message. You people have not typed anything. Okay. Okay. So anybody want to say something? Why we have a capacitor around the transistor, this circuit? So now before making a transistor, I must test my circuit whether it is biased or not. Okay. If it is not biased properly, okay. So like I expect this VCQ to be half of this value, 12 volt. Like this voltage should be half of that. Like if it is 12, the VCQ should be 6, and remaining voltage, okay, around 1 volt should drop here, and then around 5 volt will drop here. So I should make that voltage budget. Okay. At the same time, I want around 20% of this 12 volt to be dropped at R2, and remaining 10 to 11 volt, 9 to 10 volt should drop here, and remaining 2 volt drop here. Why I require lower voltage at this side? Because your VB will require around 0.7, not more than that, and this will require around a couple of voltage. So this should not exceed. So you can see that the voltage across R2 is same as VB plus VR4. Okay, so I just name it not R4 but RE. Okay, so this is an emitter capacitor, and I will name it as an RC. Okay, so before making an capacitor, I must calculate all the DC voltages. Okay, all the DC voltage. So let me just give the name of this before calculate. Let's calculate. Okay, after that we will do everything. Okay, so I should run this circuit. Okay, before running it, there is a command. Okay, called as edit simulation command. So at this moment, everybody please concentrate. This is one of the most important important step in LT Spice, going into simulate and finding out like clicking on edit simulation command, and you will find these many commands. Okay, how many commands are there? Can anybody count and tell me? So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 command. Okay, which one to use depends on which analysis you want to do. Okay, so I want to do analysis, DC analysis. Okay, so I am going to use DC OP point. Okay, this is called as DC operating point. Okay, I will just put it here. This is dot op. Okay, and I will run my circuit. Before this command, I cannot run my circuit. So when I run it, okay, I will get some error. If there would be any error, I will get the error. If there is no error, the circuit will run. Okay, the software will run it successfully and give you result. Okay, so I have run it, and then a window got popped up. Okay, this window, okay, it says that VN2, VN3, VN4, VN1. Now, what is this? Like it's tough to now decode what exactly it is. But I can understand 12 volt is here, so it is VN1. So this must be VN1 node, whereas 0.87. So ICQ. So I can say that the current here is 3.9 milliampere. So something like that I can just tell. But now I'm still clueless what is VN2, VN3. Okay, so I should not go in reverse way where I get voltage and find out the node, but I should tell which node is this and get the voltage. So I will do small changes where I will name these nodes so that I should not have a trouble in finding out which voltage belong to which node. Okay, so I will do a small change. I will just pick up this. Can you see that? Okay, it's a small A label net. Okay, there on the toolbar. Okay, label net. Okay, you just click there and let's see, write B base. Okay, or maybe yeah, base. So if I write base, okay, I'll just connect here at this point base. Okay, so this will give the name to this node B. So giving name is advantageous, and you will just shortly come to know why I'm giving name to this different nodes. Instead of number, I will prefer names. Okay, so E, okay, and one more thing, one more label I will give. I will just give it battery. So I will just give bat. So I will just write here bat. Okay, so battery CEB, there is nothing more, not more than 4 nodes. It's enough. Now running this will give you a result again, the similar result. But now can you see that what is the difference? Sir, जो भी difference spot करेगा उसको out of marks दे देना lab में. Give him full marks. What difference you have now observed? Okay. Can anybody tell me? Any difference you can observe?
Now we can identify the voltage which are for specific nodes.
Yeah, you can see the node number, you can identify. Yeah, it's very short and simple explanation. So yeah, so you can say VC is 4 volt. Yeah, okay, fine. V is 0.87 volt, means like this voltage is around. So this is 4 and this is minus 4.1 minus 0.8. So E is 0.8. So let me just write it for you. Let me just write it for you. You can just copy it, paste. So let me just calculate 4.4 minus 0.8. So this is almost 3.2 something. Okay, which is, I feel, which is little smaller. So what I can do is I can just lower this voltage. I will make it 1.5, and you must understand why I'm making it 1.5 here. Okay, because making it 2K was giving me a less voltage. I was expecting around 6 volt. So I'm now manipulating RC so that I can get a little larger voltage. So I will simulate again, and yeah, it's 6. VC is 6. Okay, but now V is 0.87. So it's around still it is it is around 5.1. So it is better. Okay, it is better. So yeah, I will accept that result. It's around 5 volt VCQ. Sir, what do you say? VCQ is 5 volt. Are you happy with the circuit?
VCQ is 5. It should be half of VCC. So it is near about.
Okay.
Uh,
So yeah, I will make it for Pankaj sir. I will make it little larger. Okay, I will run it again. So as yeah, so it's now 7.2. So it's 0.8 minus. So now it's around 6.4. Let's make it further. Tune it. I'm making it's 1.3K and simulating and running again. So that 6.85. So this is 0.85. This is 0.87. If you minus VC minus VE, you will get VCE. Okay. So let me just tell what I'm doing. So I can say my VCE is VCE equal to VCE minus VE. So this is equal to 6.85. 6.85 minus 0.87. So this will give me around 6 volt. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So let me just do it for you. Okay, yeah, I've shown the calculation. Okay, so this is around 6 volt. Agreed, student? Okay. So yeah, for you, I will again run it so that you can just see what I've done. To calculate VCE, I took VC voltage from here, which is 6.85. VE is 0.87 because VC is VC minus V. This will give me around 6.6 volt. Fine, student. Should we proceed further now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes or no?
Student.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is the
Okay,
DC
fine.
analysis.
So this is
Hello?
the DC analysis. We will be moving to transient analysis now. Okay. So DC analysis is done. So first part done, which is DC analysis. And let me just print it for you. First part DC analysis is done. Okay. Let's go for a transient analysis where we will be having another voltage source which will give me a sinusoidal input. So yeah, this is this voltage. Okay, and this will give me a sinusoidal response. And yeah, I'm going to connect this here. And okay, so this is V2. And so no DC value. I should go into advanced option because now I want to set signal like sinusoidal. I want to set it to be a sinusoidal signal. So there is an option in LT Spice. The software gives you option of giving a sinusoidal. Okay, so what amplitude you want to give to this sinusoidal input? Okay, let's see. So can anybody suggest to me what input you want? So I will give you I will give 10 milli because 10 milli is the small signal and this is a small signal amplifier. So now we are into a small signal amplifier. So let me just type the title of this small signal amplifier. So we are now into a small signal amplifier. We have already done the circuit. So yeah, small signal amplifier. The DC part we have already done, the DC analysis part. And now we are going to test it. Just wait. So this is a small signal amplifier. Now I have just set this input to 0 to 10 millivolt and frequency was 1 kilovolt. But now I should not apply it directly to this. Okay, I should have a capacitor here. Okay, can anybody tell me why should I have a capacitor here? This is a capacitor. I should rotate it. So I have rotated it. Can anybody tell me why I'm connecting a capacitor here? I'll be connecting at many places. कौन बताएगा? तो क्या वो विल टेल, ओके, जो भी बोलेगा उसको इस लैब में फुल मार्क्स। उसको मार्क्स भी नहीं चाहिए। 10K, ओके, so let me just connect for you. Okay, so I will have a ground here. I will connect ground. I have just set it to 10K. Okay, and yeah, there is lot. Okay, sorry, my call was little disconnected. Transistor is your point, and yeah. Okay. So RL, okay, so I have given a value as a this now. Okay, so this is the circuit, okay, and can you see my screen? Pankaj sir, आपका screen मेरा screen दिख रहा है?
हाँ दिख रहा है सर, दिख रहा है सर.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I've received a call, okay, so I just cancelled it. Yeah. So let's now simulate it. So for simulating, for any simulation you have to give command, okay, just like previously we have given .op command. Now we have to overwrite a command. We have to give a new command which will tell software to calculate something different, okay, which will actually do a transient analysis, a time-based analysis, where input you will provide, a time input you will provide, and for this time, okay, it will have sinusoidal input and output, okay. So let's do that. So I will go in edit simulation command, and now I will give a different time, okay. So you can give a stop time. So let me just tell you about how you decide the time input, okay. So first of all, you must understand what is your signal. Your signal is 10 millivolt and 1 kilo. Means like it will have in 1 millisecond it will have one cycle. Okay. Suppose you want 5 cycle to be seen there. Okay. So what you will do for 5 cycles to be seen there? Okay. You will be providing equivalent time of that many cycle. So one cycle is 1 millisecond. So 5 cycle is 5 milliseconds. So I can provide a time like 5 milli stop time. Maximum time step I can do 0.1 milli, and yeah, that's enough information, and I will do OK. So as soon as I put this transient, okay, on the screen, okay, you can see that .op command will nullify. Okay, so can you see a comment like this semicolon here? The semicolon means comment. So whenever you put comment in a software, that line is ignored. Okay, now because it is overwritten by another command, which is transient 05 millisecond. Okay, so let's now run it. Okay, let's now run it. So simulate. When you do this, you can see now there is a command. There is a window open up. Okay, there is a pan window. So you can have you can add plot pane. Okay, you can have multiple pane. So I have a multiple pane. So I can print something here, or I can print everything in a single pane. That's not a problem. So let's print something here. Okay, so I can have a command like add traces. Okay, or add traces. So I can add traces here. So let's see. I want to look at RL voltage. So you can find VRL. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, so is there any RL? So you can see there is an IRL and there is an VN1, VN2. Everything you can see that. Okay, so what I will do is I will just click here. Okay, here. Okay, let's click here. So whenever you take your cursor near to component, okay, you will find there is an there is a connector, or you can say that probe. There is a red probe. You can see there is another kind of probe which is in black and white, and it look like a clamp meter. Okay, which can use to measure current. Okay, so there are two probes available. Okay, it's like you are looking the output in a CRO. Okay, so when I run it, okay, I will have this option of having a probes. Okay, because it's a transient response. It will not print any result, but it will allow you to see. It will allow you to see the waveforms. Okay, so let's click it here. So where should I first click? Do you want me to click at input or output? Hello students. What do you want to see first, input or output?
Input.
Input. Okay. So let's look at input. So this is my input, and you can see it's from 10 millivolt. It's as I decided 10 millivolt. It starts from 0. It's 10 millivolt, and you can see the timing. So this is one cycle, and it's taking 1 millisecond, and we have given 5 millisecond. That's why it is still 5 millisecond, and there are 5 cycles. Okay, and let's check the output. So you can see the output. You can see. So what I'll do is I will just remove the output here from here. I will remove the output here from here, and I will take a scissor and just remove it. Yeah, so I have removed it. Okay. Let me rerun it. So yes, I will add pan. So this is my input, okay, and this is my output. I will take a label and I will just connect an output label here, so that connecting output label, so that would be a better thing. So I have given a name to output label also. Why I have done it? Because I want to add traces, okay, and when I do that, I can see the V output name, okay, so I can identify where my output is. So this is output at different window, and you can see output goes to 6 millivolt. So around 6 millivolt. So can you tell me what is the gain? How much is the gain? How much is the gain? Can you tell me? Gain of an amplifier. So output is around, you can assume 60 millivolt, but input is 10 millivolt. So can you calculate the gain? So anybody, can you tell me the formula for gain?
VO upon VI.
VO by VI. So you want to say this? This one, isn't it? So VO gain, VO by VI. So 60 upon 10, it's around 6 volt. Okay. Can anybody tell me how can I increase the gain? Okay. कौन बताएगा मुझे? कैसे मैं gain बढ़ा सकता हूँ? कौन बताएगा? कैसे gain बढ़ा सकता हूँ? देखो सर्किट सिमुलेट कर लिया, लेकिन अब खुद से आपके खुद के इनपुट्स आने चाहिए यहाँ पे. ऐसा कोई मेथड है जिससे आप गेन बढ़ा सको कि नहीं है? 60 मिलीवोल्ट अभी 60 मिलीवोल्ट ही रहेगा. कोई कुछ है आपके पास मेथड? आप बताना चाहते हो? कुछ नहीं. मैं आपको एक हिंट देता हूँ. कैपेसिटर, बस इतना ही हिंट दूंगा मैं. कैपेसिटर. कोई बोलना चाहता है कुछ? सुप्रिया, दीक्षा, जीत, तुम लोग सुन रहे हो ना? कुछ बोलना चाहते हो? सुप्रिया, आर यू देयर? तुम लोग बहुत परेशान लग रहे हो मुझे. बहुत परेशान लग रहे हो, बहुत ही थके हारे लग रहे हो, बात नहीं कर रहे हो. क्या बात है? ओवरलोड हो गया है तुम लोगों को सब्जेक्ट्स? आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड. ओके, वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू आर गोइंग थ्रू, बिकॉज आप लोग का एडमिशन लेट हुआ है, उसके बाद इतने सारे प्रॉब्लम्स, एडमिशन होने के बाद इतने सारे लेक्चर. So we can understand your situation. Okay, so but yeah, but when you talk to your teachers, professors, yeah, the solution will run in. Okay, so you must not stop talking to your teachers and professor. Okay, you must be always in talking terms. Okay, so you know that India and Pakistan, they always talk. Okay, but they fight. Yeah, that would be there. Okay, so connecting a capacitor can increase the gain. Okay, let's see that. Okay, let's see that. I have connected a bypass capacitor across RE, and you must know in theory, or some sir must have taught you. So how it how the gain increases, and how this AC voltage, the AC drop across RE gets grounded, and then this reduces the negative feedback. Negative feedback created by RE. So I can reduce the negative feedback. In that way, I can increase the, yeah. So I have already, okay, so this was there. Okay, I will again remove this. Can you see the gain? 1.5 volt. 1.5 volt is the input side. So how much, can you tell me how much is how much is the gain now? 1.5 divided by 10 milli. So this would be equal to
150.
1500 divided by 10. That is equal to 150. So the gain from 6 to कितना 6 था. तो 6 से कहां चला गया 150. So it's improvement. It was 6. Now it is 150. Okay, but now there is a problem now. Suppose if I want, so there is a lab assignment for you. Pankaj sir, इनको एक lab assignment दे देते हैं. Hello.
हाँ सर बोलिए ना.
इनको सर्किट मॉडिफाई करने के लिए बोलेंगे सर हम लोग, और बोलेंगे कि गेन अराउंड 50 तक लेके आओ या 50-60 के बीच में लेके आओ. कंपोनेंट का वैल्यू नहीं चेंज करने का. ओके, कोई भी कंपोनेंट का वैल्यू चेंज नहीं करेगा. कंपोनेंट के वैल्यू सब वैसे ही रहेंगे. इनपुट भी चेंज नहीं होगा, आउटपुट भी चेंज नहीं होगा. आप लोग कोई भी वैल्यू को हाथ नहीं लगा सकते. आप लोग खाली आरई और सी जो एमीटर सेक्शन है ना, यहाँ पे आपको जो करना है, आपको जो प्ले करना है वहां पे प्ले कर सकते हो. बाकी आप कोई और कंपोनेंट को बिना हाथ लगाए ये सर्किट का गेन अराउंड 50 तक लेके आओ. ओके, वो आपका लैब असाइनमेंट है. जो भी लेके आएगा उसको फुल मार्क्स. सो अभी दैट वुड बी द लैब असाइनमेंट फॉर यू. ओके, so that's fine now. Let's now go to the next thing. The next thing is हम लोगों ने गेन फाइंड डीसी एनालिसिस कर लिया, हम लोगों ने ट्रांजिएंट एनालिसिस भी कर लिया. ओके, ट्रांजिएंट एनालिसिस को कभी कभी बुक्स में एसी एनालिसिस भी बोलते हैं, लेकिन हम इसको यहाँ पे ट्रांजिएंट एनालिसिस ही बोलेंगे. एलटी स्पाइस इसको ट्रांजिएंट एनालिसिस बोलता है, लेकिन बुक में इसको क्या बोलते हैं, गेन फाइंड आउट करने को एसी एनालिसिस. एलटी स्पाइस में एसी एनालिसिस का मतलब अलग होता है. एसी एनालिसिस मतलब अभी हम लोग करने वाले हैं. तो अभी तो आपने एक फाइंड आउट किया कि एक फ्रीक्वेंसी पे आपका सर्किट कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेगा, बट ये इनफ नहीं होता है. जनरली हम लोगों को कई सारे फ्रीक्वेंसी पे सर्किट कैसे परफॉर्म करेगा ये पता करना पड़ता है. ओके, उसको क्या बोलते हैं, किसको पता है? सपोज यू वांट टू नो एज एन इंजीनियर कि आपका सर्किट कई सारी फ्रीक्वेंसी पे कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेगा विद सेम एम्पलीट्यूड. दिस इन sometimes you want to see the audio response. आप ये सर्किट आपके एक्चुअल ट्रांजिस्टर में लगा रहे हो जहां पे आपको ऑडियो सिग्नल सुनना है जो कहीं दूर से ट्रांसमिट होके आ रहा है, ब्रॉडकास्ट हो रहा है, और आपके पास रिसीवर में. तो आपको चाहिए कि रिसीवर में यू शुड नो व्हाट इज द फ्रीक्वेंसी रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ माय सर्किटरी फॉर डिफरेंट स्टेशंस, फॉर डिफरेंट रेडियो स्टेशन, whether my circuit is going to work or not, or what should be the range of my radio station. Okay, if I want to tune some other radio station, should I change the component, or how should I change the component from about what value I should change the component? So for that you must know frequency response. Okay, so the next part, the part 3 of today's lab is frequency response. Okay, so frequency response. For that I cannot have a single circuit. Okay, I should not have a single input. Okay, I should have input with different frequency. Okay, so I'm going to work with this signal. Okay, I'm first of all let me just remove. Yeah, so this was the output, previous output. I'm just showing you on a larger scale. So yeah, let me just close it. Okay, and now I'm interested in frequency response. I'm going to now change the input now. So what I have to do is I have to just provide AC amplitude. Okay, AC amplitude, let's see, AC amplitude is 10 milli and phase is 0. Okay, and that would be AC amplitude, and that's it. So that's my AC amplitude, and then there is no sinusoidal input. So I've removed it, and the input is AC input. Okay, and now the command, the third command I'm going to give, okay, third command, and I will go into AC analysis. And I want to see type of sweep. Like I want to increase the frequency in decade. Like first frequency would be 1 hertz, second would be 10 hertz, 100 hertz, okay, 1 kilo, 10 kilo, 100 kilo, and 1 mega. In that way, I'm going to start my frequency. So first frequency is 1, and stop frequency I can give around 100k, okay, 100k. So my circuit is going to check the low frequency response, not high frequency response, okay? Because for a high frequency response, you have to set up the internal frequency. Whereas here I'm just checking the low frequency response, which is obtained by coupling capacitor. So that's why I will be end up measuring only low frequency response. So 100k or like yeah, 100k or 100k would be enough. Okay. Number of decade must be positive. Yeah. So this number of points per decade. So that should be around 10 would be enough. So this is now my put, and let me just remove this whatever I've written already. Just remove it, and I'll just fit it to, yeah, I've just fit it, and let me just move this here. State view zoom to fit. Yeah, this is my circuit final, and now I am not doing dot op dot transient. I am doing frequency response, which is dot AC correct dot AC edit simulation command, and this is decimal, and this is my last part of my lab. So you should be happy now, because now this is the lab is going to get ended. Okay, so this is simulate, and I'm going to simulate. Okay, can anybody tell me how the response will look like? How the response will look like beforehand? Can anybody tell me? So if you answer, I will be very happy. Ritik Jha, can you guess how the output will look like? Ritik Jha, can you unmute and tell? Rushal, Vishal, Pandita, Yash, आदित्य, सोहम, सिद्धेश, जीत, दीक्षा, आप लोग सब इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इंजीनियर ही हो ना, या कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर तो नहीं हो ना?
Sir, it will first increase linearly, then stay constant for some while, and then decrease.
Yeah, Siddesh. Yeah, Siddesh. Okay. Yeah, run. Maybe these circuits, you may be finding these circuits very simple. So this is your response. Okay, and you can see the response. It's in dB. Okay, so it's the output is compared with 10 millivolt, and this is in dB. And you can see that after 1 kilohertz, you are getting it 6 dB. Your output is around 6 dB, and below that 1 hertz, its response is minus 54 dB. So this is the response, and you can see after 1 kilohertz, you are getting a constant output. Okay. So this is now to the end of the lab. So what we have done, we can just summarize what we have done. We have done DC analysis, and then we have done transient response, which is like AC response, or here we can in your book you call it AC response, but in LT Spice we call it transient response. Yeah, transient analysis. Okay, and next thing is books you call it frequency response, but in LT Spice you call it AC analysis. Okay, and for DC analysis in book you call it DC analysis, but in LT Spice you call it DC operating point. In short, it is written as dot DC. So this is dot DC, and this is dot tran, and this is dot AC. This is for your info. So we have done this much, okay, today. Okay. This is dot DC, dot tran, and dot AC. So thank you, students. Thank you very much for patience listening. If you have any query, you can ask me right now. Okay, I will stop the recording.